presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Phil in Puerto Rico. Hey, Phil, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, doing great. Just wanted to thank you guys and the whole crew. Best content on the internet. Really appreciate everything you guys are doing.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Phil, how did you find us?
I just typed in live trading in YouTube one morning.
Cool.
I was looking for any type of live trading room. You guys came up, and
awesome.
I know quality when I see it, or at least I like to think so. And I mean, you guys are just a dream. I appreciate everything you guys do.
Welcome to the Tiger family. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us.
My pleasure.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day in the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night. And yes, folks, I want to thank everyone for the prayers, the white light. We missed the bullet here in St. Pete. Yeah, in a monster way, too. So we had a couple blackouts, but, you know, other than that, you know, a couple trees down, nothing heavy, man. The poor people south, quite a disaster. And you know, it's amazing. I've been here now for 25 years, 24 years. And when Charlie did come in 18 years ago, the exact same thing happened, folks. I mean, it's right till, not only just right to the T, unfortunately, it hit the exact same Port Charlotte. That's where, North Point, Port Charlotte, that's where it came in. That's what happened with Charlie. The difference with Charlie was that it took the right only like 2 hours before it was going to hit us. This one here was drifting the whole time. As we were watching it, you know, we got all, you know, we put plywood on the houses and all this stuff, and, you know, the ones that had hurricanes we were all set with. But the bottom line is that we're really very thankful, and we're going to send a lot of prayers and white light down to south because, man, it's, you've probably seen the pictures, man. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's devastation. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your body, you respect your mind, and you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart and not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 613, NASDAQ off 392, S&P's off 100. Gold contract down $2.70, trading at a price point of $16.67. You get silver down 14 cents, $18.74 an ounce. Light sweet crude off 82 cents. $81.33 a barrel. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year note right now, trading down 15 ticks at 112.12. The 30-year is off 25 at 126.29. You get the 10-year right now, folks. We've broached 3.945. Right now, we're at 3.75745. King Dollar's down 337 ticks, trading 112.267. The euro's at 97. The yen is at 144, and the British pound is at 114. No, where are you? Come on, where are you? There we 110. 110 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. So in the world of the markets, folks, we got an ABC structure down. We just finished one. I'll show you the one that we finished, okay? Bottom line, what we had here is that when we basically broke last week, that was we broke on the 21st. That was an ABC down. They finished their structures. Well, it's really close, actually. So the SPY was, that finish of the SPY was 358.77. That's why we hit 359. The Qs were 268.49. We already hit that. But let's be here now. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Bottom line, right now, you're going after the B point in the S&P. The B point and the SPY is 360.87. We've hit, 360.87. We've broken it. We've hit 359.70. We'll see where they get the volume. We might. We need, let's see, you get 20, we need like 30 million shares. So that's a lot for the SPY. As NDX 100, different animal. NDX has broken it and will have the volume. The bottom line is that what you have with the NQ, the Qs, the B point here and the Qs had 74 million, right at 60 right now. This is we're at 269. And 259 is the A to B equals C to D. Now, what the Qs are also doing, they're breaking the 16th of June. That's going to have the volume there also. You need 81 million. It's breaking that, too. So we'll see where this whole baby's going to shake out. And as I said a little bit earlier, the dollar's not helping the market this time, you know. And I suspect what that's all about, folks, is that you have just gone so far, so fast, you know, and people keep buying it, man. And, you know, what we're going to see out here today is going to be intriguing coming into the close. There's no doubt about that, because what you had out here, this has been just a one-way market on the way down out here today. That's how this has been shaken out. It seemed like there was, you know, yeah, that's how this thing is shaken out thus far. So we'll see what they can get going coming into the close. We take a look at some of the higher volume equities here in this market. And you got Apple down 860. We're going to go back to that for a second. Tesla's down 20 bucks. You have Ma Bell's off 33 cents. American Airlines off 62 cents. Peloton's off $1.50. Google's off 340. Okay, so let's go over to Apple first, because of course Apple is putting a number on all of these indices, because I suspect they were the largest weighting structure in the indices. Apple's an ABC down. Okay, so now let's take a look at this, because I think it's going to be an ABC down on a weekly, actually. So take this. No, it's not. Because it's not going to, well, oh, it could get the volume. 421 million. Yeah, we get the volume. It's still going to be close. It's going to be close if you get the volume or not on Apple. But what you do have, you have a high volume low laying out at 129. So it's going to go test that. And then if we put this on a monthly, and let's see how this shakes out. So, I say 129, is that the low there? Yeah, so we're going after the low. I mean, we'll see what happens when you're going after the low on Apple. And, you know, because of Apple and all the indices and such a large weighting, you can kind of see, you know, that in itself brings things down very quickly. We'll go over the SMHs, and we've already talked about the aspect is that, you know, the chip size can bring you up and they can bring you down inside the NDX 100. And, of course, that's what we have happening here. And this also, this is going to be an ABC down, too. You're already at 4.1 million. You only need 4.3. So this would be, this is already, it's broken the low. The 189 low broke that. It's 186. Your ABC down, I'll ballpark this. You got about 209. You got 11. You got 20. That's 174. And right now you're at 186. So there's some real numbers here, man. There's some real numbers. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow Industrials right now down 564. Nasdaq off 375. S&P's off 93. Come right back. Of looming inflation, where your purchasing power is eroded, there's no better place to protect your hard-earned money than in gold. Vista Gold's flagship asset is the Mount Todd Gold Project in the Northern Territory of Australia. This is Australia's largest undeveloped gold project. We are talking a world-class gold project in a Tier 1 mining district. This is a large-scale, low-cost project with significant existing infrastructure in a politically safe and friendly mining jurisdiction. Vista Gold just completed the Mount Todd feasibility study, which resulted in a 7 million ounce gold reserve and a 16-year mine life. All of this, combined with the approvals of all major operational as well as environmental permits. This distinguishes Mount Todd as an attractive, de-risk partner, ready development stage gold project. Vista Gold trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol VGZ.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the market's open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 546. You get the NASDAQ off 363. S&Ps are off 91. So let's get over and take a look at the XAU, HUI, and see if we got any action going here. I suspect we got volume yesterday because what did happen in all the indices yesterday, I mean, not all the indices, the gold and silver equities, they came in with volume. There we go. We got it, man. So 34 million. We're going into 34 million on the way down. When it broke down, it's all right. We're back inside the range again. This is saying, hey, next stop on the XAU would be 107. Let's go check the HUI, the Gold Bugs Index, and see where we're setting up here. Gold Bugs Index right now is 185.85. 28 million. It was 26 million the way down. This is good. So we got a little start. That's a start. That's what it really comes down to. So we'll see how this baby shakes out. And it's no doubt the actual contract, what the contract did, the contract rejected the lower price intraday at the 1622 area. So that baby got hammered. There's no two ways about it. It got hammered on the way down. Bottom line, we'll see whether they get any action, in these equities. We go take a look at the dollar. So the dollar, I want to see where these retracements are for the dollar for a second. So the dollar made a high out there yesterday of 114.778. If we take this baby, just look at this. I want to see what confluence is on this first. Okay, so a 0.382 the whole move is 110. And I'll take that move from the bottom. 110, just remember that for a second. 110, approximately 110. If we take this one here, 618 is 110. Okay, so confluence is approximately 110, 300. That's how this baby's set up right now. So we'll see how this shakes out. Let's go to Jose. Jose, what's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey there, Tom. Tom, the irrigation people just put in my new lawn sprinkler a couple days ago. It's working fantastic.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes. Hey, Tom, I believe your call on Apple is going to be right on the money, but Do we get 129 for the low after earnings? Boy, that straight line move seems almost impossible. I know we're down ugly today, but
Okay, so let's see. Earnings come. I see the 20. Yeah. I'd say we get that before that. That's the 27th of October, man. Yeah.
okay, the 27th of October.
Yeah.
Okay, now, hey, Tom, I'm a little disillusioned by all this talk about we live in the greatest country ever, and then when inflation hits, it's, well, just live with it. I mean, can someone with a spine at the White House grow a spine and say, you know what, we're going to do 1970s Richard Nixon's price control and wage control for 3 to 4 months?
Well, that didn't come in. So you remember, so what Jose's talking about here, folks, is this. What happened is that it started, the inflation started with Carter. So I can tell you this, I can picture if this inflation stays up, I can picture another year and a half from now or something that, you walk in those supermarkets and there's price controls. I remember it well, man. I remember it because, when you're a young kid like that, you have no money.
Economic act of 1970 or something. But look, you can't rely on a guy named Jerome Powell who didn't even see inflation coming, and when it came, he called it transitory. What are we waiting for? For somebody better step in, for Pete's sakes. Price control.
Yeah, well, we'll see where that shakes out. I mean, there's the validity in what you're saying about the transitory. There's no doubt, man. I still don't get that because, to me, what happens there is that they were just either actually lying or they're so far out of the reality of, like the rest of us walking in the streets and going to stores or something. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. Yes.
Because it was definitely not transitory. I mean, if you're locked away, maybe you can think that, but it wasn't. And, listen, man, I think that, little by little, do you see the first Fed governor finally came out and says, oh, yeah, there's going to be jobs lost. There's going to be a lot of jobs lost, man. The only way you can kill this thing is to bring those rates up to rates that we haven't seen. And, yeah, it's sad.
Exactly, yeah. This is crazy.
Because when you look at the other side of it, we got to kill it. I mean, if you don't kill it, everyone's a loser, man. I mean, that's the bottom line, so.
Well, I really think that price control, wage control is the only way. I don't care it was under Richard Nixon. Let's look at Jimmy Carter. Considered the worst president in the history of our country. He's the only one that interrupted the Sunday night movie of the week, James Caan and the Gambler, and said, I've got bad news for Americans. All we do is consume. American, it's not about what you do anymore, it's what you own. He's the only one that told us the truth. There you go.
I love it.
Rock it, Tom. I'm out.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one.
Thank you.
Yeah, the inflation deal, folks, is a monster deal. There's no doubt about it. It's a big deal. We'll see whether they can knock it down. They're going up on these rates quick, man. I mean, when you look percentage-wise, this is about as heavy as you can get. And if we look at the next meetings, what's going to be intriguing here is that the next meeting is right before the primary. So it's like this is if you depending on where you are in the cycle of life here. This is what did George Bush in, the first George Bush. Because what happened is that, let's see, here's the calendar, is that was it Volcker then, maybe? I forget who it was. But anyway, someone went up. So there's November 2nd. But they're going to go up, man. They might do a half a point and then December do another 75 basis points. But I suspect it's going to, make a difference as to how this comes in, down the pike, meaning just how much percentage-wise we're still higher. When this really came down, it seemed to me that, we just ran up like 30%. I mean, they're talking 7, 8 and all this. It seems like everything went up 30%. Like the back down to 2 is going to be the original trip. Oh, let's go to our man Frank in Gloucester. Frank, what's going on?
Hey, congratulations on dodging that bullet down there.
Yeah, and hey, Frank, you know what we did? And if you've never seen this picture, folks, okay, this is a sad picture, but it's an amazing picture, is the perfect storm.
Yeah.
We had folks at the house, Frank, that never saw the perfect storm, and it was like, whoa,
Yeah.
man. That is, and what it's about for folks, it's all about Gloucester. It's all about the Gloucester fishermen. Listen to this number. This is unbelievable. I didn't know this, Frank, right? 10,000 Gloucester fishermen have died since 1663. Now, I know that's a long time, but that's a lot of people, man.
All their names are on the monument up here.
Guys, they had the monument there. They were showing it. Stay right there, Frank. We'll come right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 541. Nasdaq's off 372. S&P's off 92. Frank and I come right back, folks.
If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 553, Nasdaq down 372. You get the S&Ps down 94, and we got Frank from Gloucester, and we're going to be looking at UL, which is Unilever. So the lows here 42, the highs 55. They're coming out. They already come out with their numbers. It must be, that's interesting. February. Well, they must have come out only twice a year or something. Interesting. Okay. And they pay a 3.89% dividend. Okay, so Frank, tell me what we're doing here.
Well, I bought into it the other day, and I was, it's been pounding out a bottom here, I think, around 42 something. And that's down into the COVID low candle.
Oh, cool.
About halfway down that candle. I'm wondering if, maybe there's at least an intermediate bottom here that I can get a few points out of.
Yeah, let me just see this for a second. So So this is intriguing, man. So look at this, folks, okay? So you have the COVID low was 44.06. And this has been pounding this night. I can see what you're looking at, Frank, for like 7 months, man. So
yes,
it got below it.
Sure.
So when it got below it, it went to 42.54. And that had lighter volume than way up here, though, which is good, which is 46, okay? And then you start moving. Yeah, I mean, this can make 49. That's what it's trying to do. You know, that's a long time. That now, for the rest of us, folks, this is a heads up that, you know, that we can get down to that level. I mean, I think we're going to go to the highs of the lows of COVID, but, you know, this made it to the lows. And, you know, you're talking about a company that, you know, pays almost a 4% dividend, and, you know, we all use a huge amount of this stuff. They take in $1 billion a week in gross revenue. Imagine, Frank, can you imagine that? 58 billion. That's amazing, man. That really is amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just wondering if I was reading the label on my shampoo too much or what.
No, listen, man. In today's, so what you have today, I mean, you know, we're in a down market today, and you can see that, you know, this thing's going to try to fill a gap. So it's going to start filling that stuff in, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, and this is those. Well, you know this, Frank, but these are the types of stocks, folks, that you really want to find, because when you're in a market like this, if you find a stock that is up, it's like, okay, man. When, you know, the market turns, you know, bottom line is that those stocks are going to be a lot stronger. So yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, hey, save that plywood.
Yeah. Oh no, we number them and everything. That's how we do it. Yeah. No, it's they're hurricane kits, and they're well worth it. You know, it takes, you know, full day and a half to get everything up, but the reality is it's worth it, because when it's coming in, you know that at least you're going to be safe. I've been in plenty of them, man. I was in Hurricane Bob up there, and there was nothing left in Hurricane Bob, and then of course Tommy and I were Katrina, so I've seen plenty of them, man, and I respect them. You have to respect them. So, cooking, brother.
All right, thanks.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. So let's go take a look at the indices here. So you get a little pop, and this is the time that you actually do want to pop if you're looking for a pop, because it's not too early, and it's, you know, if the pop comes in too early, folks, what happens is that, you know, they can get it down pretty quickly. This is not bad, 330. Well, we'll see whether it basically holds. You can see in both cases, both of these bars here, the first bar had volume. That was at 10 past 3. That was decent volume. This bar here, let's see where we're at. Right now you're 4 minutes into it, and you get volume of 29,000. Yeah, I could have volume. That one too, because let me look at the NQs. I could. So we take a look at the NQs. Do the same type of exercise. So same bar. The 310 had volume, and this is going to be a close one. Well, let's see. 93. No, I can do it. I can do it. So we'll see what happens. Now, the bar is going into 36,000 contracts. But hey, we'll see where this shakes out coming into the close here. You know, these closes are always dangerous, folks. That's the bottom line. What I mean, I'm talking about dangerous for the Bulls, not the Bears right now. Because you got to remember what's also happening is that, let me put the cues up. We're in an ABC structure down in the NDX 100. So 63, I think we needed 70. We need 74 million. We're going to do 74 million. And the real question is going to be to you. Now, let me put this, because we had a question in the den. Let me put this on a weekly, because what the question in the den is that, let me get this again, is that if tomorrow on the weekly, on the cues, come on, get up here. Okay, so, yeah, on the weekly could be a rejection of price and volume, and rejection of price and volume tomorrow on a weekly. So let's put this on a weekly. So, see, on a weekly, it's really, you're in a large, on a weekly, let me see this ABC here. I think we finished that, 333. That's 290, it's 43. Yeah, we finished a weekly one. See, the weekly one came right down to that. So the real question is going to be, on the weekly, you're coming into 409 million, and we're not going to do the volume. Yeah, we're not going to do the volume on a weekly, that's for sure, at the lows of 269, which you already did. So, yes, the question would be, is yes, you could come into that, and it could be a rejection of lower price, you know. I'm going with the ABC down, because the only time I didn't go with the ABC down was last week from all the way to the top, and of course it was an ABC down, you know. And we've been in an ABC down market, folks, okay, right from the highs, and every single one of them performed, you know. You take a look at this, and the Qs from 408, every single ABC performed, boom, boom, boom. So you go with them today, don't, because see, we're at a space here that's really dangerous, man. Because you break the 260 area, man, there's nothing in between it, you know. And when I take this on a monthly, that's what kind of happened last week. We saw on the monthly that how quick you could actually get to the highs or the lows. And that low bar, you know, that bottom bar on the indices is huge, man. It's a high volume low. And markets love high volume lows, testing high volume lows. So. And the high of that low on the monthly is 219, and we're 271. So my take is that we're still danger. And you got to remember, okay, the aspect of, you know, I don't see the Fed slowing down, man. I don't see them stopping. I don't see them slowing down. I don't see inflation slowing down. You know, so that's going to be the whole basis, you know, going back and forth. What will happen? These rents will slow down for sure. It just matters when they get into the play, meaning into the numbers, because housing's going to get hit. That's the bottom line. You know, I suspect each and every time that this interest rate goes higher, guess what? It's a problem. You know, if we go over and we take a look at the 10-year, let's take a look at this 10-year. We put this on a continuous contract. We'll do this as soon as we come back. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Vista Gold owns and operates the largest undeveloped gold project in Australia, the Mount Todd Gold Project. Vista Gold just completed their feasibility study, resulting in a 7 million ounce gold reserve. Vista Gold has all major permits approved and has retained CIBC capital market assistance in evaluating alternatives and in completing an accretive transaction. Vista Gold trades on the NYSE American and TSX under the ticker symbol VGZ. Vista Gold, executing a strategy to create shareholder value.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den, hosted at Discord. TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's down 472, Nasdaq's up 341, S&Ps are off 83. So we'll get Nike coming out with numbers this after the close, folks, and check this out, man. So Nike, when you see this, this is pretty intense, man. Okay, so there we go. When you take a look at it, it has a low of 94 today, high of 179. Bottom line, they're coming out after the close. They come at 4:15. So when we take a look at this, you can see on a smaller basis here, right? See how it's breaking? It just broke the B point today, 95. It needed 9.8 million. Well, it's already done 12.2. Now, if we just take this ABC down, that's 113 to 95. So we got what, 18? That brings you down to 82. And right now you're at 95. Now watch this. And we're just talking about that, that March COVID bar. Well, Nike's already there, man. The top of the COVID bar at Nike is 94.98. So this is telling me that, if Nike can make it down here, man, anyone can make it down here. That's the reality. You're talking about a, premier company, okay? So let me put this up again because there's a larger deal going on here now too. So we take this. Come on, I want to just move that so it's clearer. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so you can see what it's already done. It's just missed it, actually. It's hit 94.48, and the high of the low is 94.98. My take now is that it's going to be a monster ABC down. It's going to go after the low. This thing wants to get down $60. Now, the ABC, on a monthly, it's probably going to make it on the monthly. Well, it's going to be close. Let's see. 172 million. 151. No, it won't make it. Well, it'd be close. It'd be like, instead of 172, it'd be like 161 or something. But the bottom line is it's broken everything. I suspect when they're going to come out with numbers, the numbers aren't going to be there, man. That's the bottom line. Now, the shocking thing I would say on the Nike deal is that it's already at the highs of the lows. So when you're at the highs of the lows, that's about as intense as you get. BIIB, let's go take a look at Biogen. Biogen went topside in a huge way on that Alzheimer's test. Now, the amazing part, if you remember here, let me bring this back, because if you remember, when the first tests come out, that's when, it just crashed, man. I'm not quite sure where it was, but it crashed beyond belief. Well, I guess it's still down pretty bad. Yeah, because it's at, I see. It was at 468, so it's still pretty bad. Let me put this on a daily, though. And, yeah, you're just going to need patience here, man. If you own this thing, I'd get out. If the question is. I wouldn't be buying it. When you get a gap this big, this gap's going to get filled. Gaps don't stay open like this. Just doesn't happen. You get a gap here from $200 up to right now up to $260. Yeah, that's. Let me pull this way just for a second. I'll make it a little bit longer. See what it's doing. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be weird if it didn't even on the daily. It didn't even take out the higher swing. Yeah. Well, bottom line is that these get filled. And if you want to see, this is pretty sick actually. Now, as to the how long it can take, it can be pretty intense because it had a gap. So pitch this. It had a gap from 223 up to 275 in 2019, right? And it took until November of 2020 to fill that gap. So the bottom line, I would just wait. That's the bottom line. And I would not go shot on that stock because what does happen is that you get one gap. You can if this drug really comes in and helps people, even it doesn't. The way the write-ups are in there right now, folks, they're explaining that it slows down the disease pretty dramatically for the first 17, 18 months. Now, that's a huge deal, man. I mean, because the bottom line, the longer that you can push that off, the more, in the context that, they do more research, they find whatever those proteins are that basically are screwing up folks' minds, and hopefully they can help them. Let's go take a look at the volume in general. So the volume in general right now, it's going to be big. We're at 673. He did 1.1 billion yesterday. It's going to be more than that. We take a look at the NYSE. I mean the composite. Yeah, it's going to be huge, man. It's 3.7 versus 4.5. So you're going to have the volume on this break downtown, folks. That's how this thing is shaking out right now. So we go take a look at. Let's go into the. I want to look at this curve for a second. So let's look at this curve and see just how distorted it is. Okay, bring that up. Oh, I see. 1 second. There we go. So right now, you have the 2-year at 4.1, 3-year 4.1, 5-year 3.9, 7 3.8. Then the 10, 3.7, 30, 3.7. Look at that, man. So the way this is actually, so look at this. Now, this is another way that you can look at the market, So right now, this market is actually saying that rates are not going to go down until 3 years from now. That's what this actually says here. You see how it's 4.1 2-year, 4.19 3-year? That's saying it's going to be the peak, and then the baby comes back down. Yeah. And guess what? I can see that too. Because you can the aspect of how long, you just kind of flip the switch and all of a sudden prices just start going down. What's going to happen is that unfortunately people are going to lose jobs. Things get slower. As things get slower, what ends up happening? People they'll pull the prices back so they can sell more to keep the cash flow going. That's kind of how just business works in general. The wild card is no doubt going to be like how much more money is still out here and how much money, the velocity of money, how much more of is it going through the economy? Because you got to remember something, that it's not just the amount of dollars that are printed, which we had a lot, no doubt about that. It's the velocity of the money going from you to me to the next person to the next person. And what does happen is that if folks actually think it's going to slow down, whoop, they tighten up. So when they tighten up, the velocity of the money doesn't go through the economy, and as the velocity of money does not go through the economy, that also slows inflation down. So that's how this thing shakes out. Dow Industrials right now down 421. NASDAQ off 310. S&P's off 77. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
You might think that if you want to be successful at trading in the stock market, you're going to need a crystal ball. After all, it's impossible to predict the future, right? Like any endeavor in life, before you decide it's impossible, get some advice from the experts. You might find that it's not so impossible after all. For daily market overviews that give you direction on the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, subscribe to the Opening Call newsletter at TFNN.com. The Opening Call newsletter is written by Basil Chapman, creator of the trading methodology known as the Chapman Wave. The Chapman Wave up-down sequence gives you an edge in identifying price turns, finding the peaks and valleys in stock prices. Get the Opening Call newsletter by Basil Chapman in your inbox every day. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know, and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Everything in the universe is governed by the Fibonacci sequence. This mathematical principle is responsible for everything from the most aesthetically pleasing artwork to patterns in the stock market. To stay on top of stock patterns you can take advantage of, sign up for the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter at TFNN.com. When you subscribe, you'll get a weekly report from veteran day trader Larry Pesavento on stocks you need to pay attention to. And you can trust Larry's analysis. After all, he's got 45 years experience as a day trader. Larry will also provide daily charts, videos, and data on the key markets that he's tracking. Expect notifications from Larry on market movement you need to act on at any time. First-time subscribers also get a 30-day money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied, let us know and you'll get a full refund within 30 days of signing up. Subscribe to the Fibonacci 24/7 newsletter today. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's down 475. Nasdaq's off 330. You got the S&P's off 83. Percentage-wise out here, folks, the Nasdaq is the number, down 3%. S&P's down 2. Dow down 1.6. Bottom line is that if we go to it looks to me the SPY is not going to have the power for the ABC down, meaning, the volume. Oh, man, hold it. Maybe it might. Yeah, it might. We'll see what happens here, man, to the close. It can do, it would need another 16 million shares, but it can do that coming into the close. Right now, you're at 93. The Qs are going to be an ABC down. The Qs are going to have the volume. The Qs right now, they're getting really close to, I think it's 74 million. You're at 70 million. Yeah, it's 74.8 million. You're at 70.2. That'll do the number coming in. And what's also happening with the Qs, which isn't happening with the SPY, is that the Qs are also staying below the B point. The B point on the Qs is 272.02 or 271.61. And if we go, let's go to the diamonds and take a look at the diamonds. They didn't look too healthy also. So the diamonds out here, that's on the Dow Industrials. Yeah, that's not that, actually, that's better looking than the NQs, that's for sure. That's going into 3.6, it's down 3. It's not holding price, so it's going to be an intriguing night. There's no doubt about that. And what we do have out here today is that the dollar didn't help. The dollar giving it up didn't help. So we'll see how that shakes out. If we go to the euro for a second, let's just see how this euro is shaking out. If it's trying to get off a low. Yeah, so the euro got down to, let's see, look at that, it got down to 9.9536, and the pound was the big one. The pound, no doubt, was the big one. And by the way, folks, what did happen overseas, and this is where, when you see that, you have analysts saying, hey, man, this pound, silver, sterling could be a big problem. What did happen? It was in the debt market that was the big problem. The Bank of England, when they had to come out and say they're going to buy every single bond, what that was all about is that there were going to be defaults that were going to come down. There were going to be margin calls. So they circumvented that for this particular point. Have a great night, folks. Have a safe night. Come back and visit Tommy tomorrow morning. Kicks us off 9 o'clock in the morning. Great show. Look at him, folks.